Good morning, everybody. It's a little after 11. I'm a little late, but sorry, church business comes first. But I'm here, and it's time for the daily lectionary reading. Today, July 28th, we have Psalm 37, 12 to 22. We're finishing that up. I do believe tomorrow we start a different psalm. Second Chronicles 9, 29 to 31, and then Mark 6, 35 to 44. All right, so Psalm 37, 12 to 22. The wicked plot against the righteous and gnash their teeth at them. I love that phrase, gnashing their teeth. Gnash, gnash. And the Lord laughs at the wicked, for he sees their day is coming. The wicked draw the sword and bend their bows to bring down the poor and the needy, to kill those who walk uprightly. Their sword shall enter their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. Better is a little that the righteous person has than the abundance of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholds the righteous. The Lord knows the days of the blameless, and their heritage will abide forever. And they are not put to shame in evil times. In the days of famine they have abundance. But the wicked perish, and the enemies of the Lord are like the glory of the pastures. They vanish like smoke. They vanish away. The wicked borrow and do not pay back, but the righteous are generous and keep on giving. For those blessed by the Lord shall inherit the land, but those cursed by him shall be cut off. 2 Chronicles 9, we're deviating from 1st and 2nd Samuel in our story of Saul and then David. We've gotten up to David and Bathsheba, and all of a sudden we take 4 or 5 days off of that story, and I don't know why. Because on the semi-continuous string that we've been reading, we haven't even gotten to the birth of Solomon, and yet today's lectionary reading is the death of Solomon in 2nd Chronicles. Now the rest of the acts of Solomon, from the first to the last, are they not written in the history of the prophet Nathan, and in the prophecy of Ahijah the Shilonite, and in the visions of the seer Iddo concerning Jeroboam son of Nebat? Solomon reigned in Israel, over all Israel for 40 years. Solomon slept with his ancestors and was buried in the city of his father David, and his son Rehoboam succeeded him. Like I said, I have not bothered to try to find any logic or to look up why they might have done this little detour. But we will get back into the story. I think it's Saturday or Sunday. Sunday when we pick back up. Either Saturday or Sunday. If you want to know for sure. It's Sunday. And that's my sermon, is about Nathan and David and Bathsheba. All right, Mark 6, 35 to 44. When it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now very late. Send them away so that they may go into the surrounding country and villages and buy something for themselves to eat." But he answered them, saying, "You give them something to eat." And they said to him, "Are we to go and buy 200 denarii worth of bread and give it to them to eat?" Now, a denarius, the coin, the denarius, was about a day's wage for a laborer, for a common person, for a tecton, a carpenter, for example. So a denarius a day. So 200 days' labor is what it would cost to feed this crowd, 200 denarii. And he said to them, "How many loaves have you? Go and see." When they found out, they said 5 and 2 fish. And then he ordered them to get all the people to sit down in groups on the green grass. So they sat down in groups of hundreds and of 50s. And taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, he looked up to heaven, and he blessed and broke the loaves, and gave them to the disciples to set before the people. And he divided the fish among them as well. And all ate and were filled, and they took up 12 baskets full of broken pieces and of the fish. And those who had eaten the loaves numbered 5,000 men. By the way, typically, if in a crowd like this, they'll say 5,000 men. They're not counting the women and children who may have been there. because this was a very patriarchal, kind of a sexist time. We have to admit it. They did not value women or children. Women were not considered reliable witnesses, etc., etc. I could go on and on. I don't mean to diminish that their viewpoints or diminish women. I don't want to spend a lot of time talking about how poorly they treated women in those days. So they're counting 5,000 men. There could have been 8, 9, 10,000. Could have been twice as many women and children. We don't know. But we do know there's 5,000 men. We do know that a denarius is a day's wage, so 200 denarii is what? What's 2/3 of a? That's 8 months worth of labor. That's a lot. Alrighty, and that is our daily lectionary reading for today. Before I let you go, in case you didn't watch the other video that I posted, it'd be down here under this. We have our backpacks from PARS. I currently have 4. I told them we could take up to 7, so we still might get a couple more during the week, the rest of this week. They'd like them back Monday. Probably get by with Tuesday. We'll see. They're tagged with the grade and the school, and it's color coded with the numbers color coded. So when I know that this one is a girl because it's pink. She's in Jefferson. She's in 4th grade. And inside the backpack is a list of school supplies for that particular school. It takes about $50 to fill a backpack. But if we don't do this, these kids will not have their school supplies. So let's go, church. We can do school supplies for 7 kids. I already have one person contacted me. This backpack is reserved. I'll be delivering it tomorrow because they can't get here today. If you want 1 or 2 or more of these backpacks to fill, let me know. You can either do a Facebook message. You could, honestly, if you reply to this video, comment, I'll get that. Call the church. Call me on if you got my cell, and so many of you do, you can call or text me there. I'll be here pretty much all day today and tomorrow. So you can stop by the church. Today, I'll be gone at lunchtime for a bit. So stop by, get a backpack, make a kid's beginning of school go as smoothly as we possibly can. All right? We're going to take care of these kids. Bye, guys.